What's up, YouTube? This is my Chrome Bunny deck profile for Vanguard. Chrome Jailer with Pelennor. So white hair in the moon, shadow Pelennor, weird ass name. But yeah, this is my Chrome Bunny deck profile. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all guys think of it. I should have my Ezel deck profile sometime up after I upload this one. So, that being said, on to the deck list. Your starter is this guy, Spring Breeze Messenger. I've seen a lot of people running two. I don't like running more than one of a starter. Like, even when I played MLB, people are like, oh, you need to run 2 to 3. I'm like, I really only need to get it off once, in my opinion. He's literally only there to get Pelennor by turn 2. I did not realize, though, Pelennor, if you wanted to superior ride him, your opponent has to have to grade 2 or higher. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm kind of been playing that wrong. I was wondering why he's a little bit busted, but nobody called me on it, so it's their fault. So Spring Breeze Messenger, that's your starter. When you ride a Gold Paladin, call it to rear guard. It is a forerunner, so if the monster hits while this unit is boosting a monster, you can counterblast one, put this into Soul, and look at the top 3 cards and call that one of those cards rested, put the other 2 on the bottom in any order. It's great because if you hit Pelennor, you get a ride, and it stands pretty much. So if you're at a grade 3 and you get this effect off, you kind of want to wait a little bit later, unless you're playing against Kagero. You want to do it as soon as, or Murakami, do it as soon as possible. So yeah, really good starter. So that's your starter. For grade 3s, I'm running, obviously, the 3 Pelennor. People have told me to run 4. I don't like running 4, honestly, because I really don't want to have to ride it as my main Vanguard. I want to get its effect off riding it. And that being said, I don't think you need 8 grade 3s in this deck. I hardly ever get grade stuck. I've only gotten grade stuck once, so yeah. 3 bunnies is enough. The new addition that everybody was running, Garamore. I'm running the 4 Chrome Jailer. Card is bananas in this deck, especially with Pelennor. So its effect is, well, let's just think about it as Phantom Blaster Dragon on crack. It's got the same effect as Phantom Blaster Dragon. Counterblast to retire 2 units, get a plus 10,000 plus 1 critical. You really don't want to do that effect unless you know your opponent has one, if hopefully no perfect cards in hand, because every time I've done that I always get perfect guarded. It's more of a late game push for game, or it's just if you know what's in your opponent's hand, you've been keeping track with it. That's not what's important, though. What's important is its Persona Blast. I do hate the fact that it's an act, meaning you have to do it during your main phase. You can't do it during battle like all the other Persona Blast, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? At least it's guaranteed. You don't have to hit a Vanguard or something. So you can Counterblast 1, I think, right? Yeah, Counterblast 1, choose a card called Chrome Jailer, essentially Persona Blast, drop himself. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and call 2 units out of the top 5 to 2 open rearguard spaces, meaning you can't do that if you have no open zones. So it is up to 2, but typically you want to get 2 off. So he's really good. I managed to pick up a playset today, so happy about that. For grade 2s, I'm running 3 Lopier. Probably my second favorite card. Not 3, my bad. 4 Lopier. Probably my second favorite card in the deck. Lopier is amazing, in the fact that when he's called from deck, you can drop a card from your hand, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and call another one of them rested. So I think it's rested, right? No, it's not rested. Nice. So look at top 3, call one of those units. So really good in combo with some of the other cards I'll get to later on in my grade 1s. I'm running 4 him. You could cut 1 for a 3rd Vivian. I'll get to that in a minute, but 4 is really good because I draw into them and damage check them a lot, so I want to at least have 1 to 2 in my deck to get effects off. For other grade 2s, I run 2 Vivian. I think 2 is enough. It's kind of like a counterblast 2 draw a card in a lot of other decks, but it's not in a way. So it's a 9k, grade 2, like all the other counterblast 2 draw cards. If this unit is boosted and hits a Vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and call the top card of your deck. Flip over the top card of your deck if it's Gold Paladin, call it. Obviously it's going to be Gold Paladin, so it's pretty good. I hate the fact that she has to be boosted, but not a really big problem in this deck. Last part of grade 2s, I'm running the 3 Blaster Blade Spirits. I did want to run Blaster Dark, but he kind of sucks because it only happens in front row, which really is terrible. I really wish they would stop nerfing Blaster Darks every time they make a version of him. Blaster Blade Spirit, the reason I run him is that he's only a Counterblast 1. And yes, he does die during your opponent's turn if they attack him. But you can use him for Intercept, and he's also a 10k base as a Vanguard, which is really nice. And you can go Chrome Jailer into this guy, Counterblast 1, and retire. So it's really, really nifty to retire. Pretty good card in this deck, actually, then now that Chrome Jailer's out. For grade 1s, I'm running a lot of grade 1s, actually. I'm running 3 of my favorite card in the deck. 1, I just love the artwork. 2, it's got a really awesome effect. So it's Dindrain, and if you haven't seen her artwork, she looks really sexy. So she's like a sound thing. Listener of Truth Dindrain, really cool artwork. When this card is called from your deck, you can Soul Blast 1 and draw a card. Combos very well with Lopier. I got that effect off several times today. Really great card. So, only problem is she's a 6k booster. It'd be nice if she was 7k, but beggars can't be choosers. 2, Cycle Dagger. I was debating on running 3, but 2's working out perfectly. It's a really good card, so 2 Cycle Daggers enough. Counterblast 2, give plus 2,000 to a card. To himself. 2 of this chick. Really only there for early game pushes. And then after that, she's pretty much a 7k booster, unless you manage to get an 8k booster behind her, then it's really not even that great. Because if she hits a Vanguard, you can, Yeah, you can Counterblast 1. While this unit is boosted by Gold Paladin, and this hits a Vanguard, you can Counterblast 1, look at the top card of your deck and call it to an open rearguard circle. So, good early game for free pluses, that's about it. Other than that, 7k booster. 2 of this guy. I never remember these guys' names. Advance of the Black Chains. Kahadin, I don't friggin' know. Cool looking, badass Gold Paladin with, looks like he's flipping you the bird. 7k booster. If it boosts a Gold Paladin unit, and that attack hits a Vanguard, Counterblast 1, retire another unit, meaning you cannot retire himself. You can retire the unit that boosted, that it's attacking, but it's iffy. And flip over top card and call it rested. I think it's rested, right? Yeah, this one is rested, unfortunately, but oh well. For our last bit of grade 1s, I'm running the 4 AK Vanillas. I like the Vanillas. They're good. So, you could cut a Vanilla for one of these, but AK is too good. And then, obviously, the 4 Perfect Guards. So, 4 Perfect Guards are awesome. Yup. For triggers, my trigger lineup's a little bit different from most people's, but I'm running 4 Explosive Flames, Soul Charge 1, plus 3,000. And then 1 of this guy and 1 of that guy. Silent Punisher and Dan Teagle. That's a weird name. So I'm running 6 crit. I like to run 1 of each art, so 6 crit and then 6 draw. So I'm running the 4 Falcon Knight because it is Pelennor, so if it's called from deck, give a unit plus 4. Then I'm running 1 of each of these guys. Weapons Dealer, Gwynedd, blah blah, and Speeder Hound. Names are too confusing in Vanguard. Artwork's amazing, game's amazing, names are weird. So I'm running 6 crit, 6 draw. So I think it's a good lineup in golds, and then obviously 4 heals. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and peace, YouTube.